Did you come here after reading up the title? Means you are not here for seeing me up. Which means I'm not famous yet. Just joking up. But seriously, the Word document which we are going to create today can seriously break up your relationship with your girlfriend. So welcome back, decent army, and let me give you a small hint of what we are going to do today. So we will be using up the ngrok server for port forwarding as we always use, and you might be knowing if you have watched my other tutorial videos. Then we will use up the ncat tool to build the TCP connection between two different PCs. And finally, we will create up a Word document which will provide you with the reverse shell to the target person when opened. But guys, don't try to access it while watching this video because I will stop receiving connections on it. So guys, let's start this video without wasting any further time. So guys, here we are on my computer screen, and I would be again using up the Google Cloud Console here, since it provides you with around 50 hours per week and you can go free with that if you don't have much resources. I would be using up so that I could demonstrate it to you on this platform and make you go familiar with it, because it becomes very easy when you get something for free. So basically, there's not any sort of sponsored video. I'm just using it so that I could make it familiar to you how you can basically perform all the tasks which you perform on a normal computer on this Google Cloud Console screen. So we will go ahead with that. I will start up my console. I will expand it a bit. Here, what we are going to do is, as soon as it's set up, and yes guys, here it got connected. I will ls here, and as I told you that we will be using up the ngrok for port forwarding. So it's already present up here. If you want to know how to set up the ngrok and the auth token and all the process for that, I will provide you with the link in the I button. You can go and check that video for the full setup of the ngrok. Ahead with that. So basically what we need to do is, here you can see there is a GitHub repository which I have forked up. This is the code which we will be using for generating the PowerShell payload, and I will simply go up. So first of all, let me check that Python is installed up here or not. I will simply type Python 3, and yes, Python is working fine. I will exit up from here, and now what I will do is, I will simply create a new file using nano new payload. Give it a second. Generation.py file. And this file, I will simply come up here, and this command I will paste up here. Just give it a second. Control C, paste. I will remove all the unnecessary items up here. I will save it, and I will enter up here. Next thing what we need to do is, guys, I will simply run this Python file, new payload generation, for checking that whether it's working fine or not. Payload generation.py. Now I will open up another Cloud Shell here, and in that window I will simply use ngrok for port forwarding, as I told you. So guys, basically let me give you a small context about what is port forwarding. So basically here we will be providing up a public identity to a private domain. Means when we will forward a particular port over internet, basically port is forwarded from one to forward the data from one port to another, but here we will be forwarding up on internet. So basically it would be publicly accessible now, and it could be accessed by anyone on the internet. So now let me simply type ngrok TCP 1234. I will be forwarding up my port 1234, and it would be a TCP port. Basically means I want to build up TCP connection between two different PCs. So I will be forwarding up my TCP port. I will enter up here, and my port got forwarded. And guys, now what I need to do is, just give me some time. My port got forwarded easily, and now this is my public identity through which I could be accessed easily. I will copy this thing, this 4.tcp.ngrok.io, and up to here. Let me copy it up. I will come back in my here. I will simply type up curl -v so that I could actually get the IP address. Basically, I will paste this thing up here. I will enter, and let me break this thing. Just give me a second. Okay, this is the thing. I will copy it up here. So now let me generate up the PowerShell payload. Basically, let me clear up the screen, and then let me generate up the PowerShell payload, through which what we will be doing is, so I will simply type command python 3 and new payload generation was the file name. I will tab here and it will auto complete. Then I will need to give my, I will simply paste it up here, and then I will make changes. This is the particular IP address 3.22.15.135, and let me see what was the port here. Port was 10067. 10067. I will enter up, and it generated the PowerShell payload. This is the PowerShell payload which we need. Now let me come up here and I will create another file. Give me a minute, which would be required for work, so that it transfers our payload into format which we will feed up as a macro in our Word document, as I will show you up in the target machine nano payload.py. Let me enter up here, and I will simply paste up that particular. Guys, now I will control X here. I will say Y, and it will save my file, the payload.py file. Just give me a minute. I need to edit it as well. I will simply copy this PowerShell command up to here. I will copy it. I will again edit it, and I will now paste it in my str string. Basically, come up here and I will paste that thing. I will paste it up here, and I will control X, Y, and I will enter up. Now let's run this file payload.py, so that it provides you with the output what we need to feed it in our Word document. And here it generated the payload which we want. I will simply copy this payload, and now we are basically set up with the attacker environment, and we have done everything from payload generation and all. Now just one thing is left in the attacker environment, that is open the listener, and I will open up the listener on the same port for which I generated the payload. I will simply type ncat-nvlp1234, which will open up a listener here, and as soon as I press enter, okay, ncat is not identified, so let me install ncat also here. Sudo apt install ncat. I will press Y, it will ask, and it will simply install ncat for me. And now I can run that command, and it opened up a listener here. You can see the listener is being opened up on the particular port. Now let's quickly move to the target environment and see what things we could perform, and like how to basically use a Word document to run everything up properly. So guys, now we are in the attacker environment, and now we will be doing up the particular thing to be done here, and we will be using up the same macro which we copied from there. So what I will be doing is, we need to first of all enable the developer option. As you can see up on the screen, you will have to follow the same path to enable up, and here we will go upon developer options. We will click on macros, and here we need to give up a name, auto open, and we need to create up a macro. If you have already not created up, simply you have to make the same editing as I am making up. This is the thing. Okay, we need to have document underscore open, and in that we would be providing up with the same thing. Auto open macro, and then we need to give another one. Now we will be defining up the main macro here. I will come up here, and here we will have to write dim str as string, so that it understands our payload as a string. I will control V and I will paste up the payload here. You have to maintain up the particular indentation here. Next thing we need to do is we have to simply write single command create object. In that wscript.shell, this is the main payload we have generated up here. Now we will simply save it up. Now guys, the question comes is, how can this be useful to us? So the basic use of it comes in the pen testing process. If you guys remember, I performed the same reversal task using Excel as well. If you have not watched that video, I will provide you with the link in the I button. So guys, as I told you, the basic use of it comes up to strengthen our pen testing process. Developers, when they generally develop any sort of application containing these sort of file containing the file upload functionalities in them, they generally do not sanitize or validate the malicious content being uploaded by the end user on the server. And when these sort of files are downloaded for use, they end up providing the reversion to the attacker. But guys, wait, don't worry. We have solutions for it. These sort of attacks can't be performed with ease. It requires proper investigation about the victim and all the necessary information about him or her. The thing coming out here is that the end user must pay proper attention while dealing with these sort of files. There is one more thing coming out here, that the local defenders and firewall today are so much secure and strong that as soon as these sort of files they enter up into your PC, they are put to quarantine by them. And if you have all the necessary precautions taken and you have these sort of firewalls and virus and threat protection fully functional into your PC, then it is at most secure. But guys, one last and major thing, try to protect yourself from social engineering attacks, because these are the root cause of each and everything. So guys, this was for this video. So if you like this video, then hit the like button, share this video with your family members, friend and all, so that they also are aware of these sort of attacks. If you like my content and if you want that I keep bringing these sort of videos, then you can buy me a coffee and show your support. I have provided you with the link in the description box. Till then guys, tata, goodbye, and let me see you in another video.